Thank you, Dean Soni, for those beautiful, uplifting words. And let's give another shout out to Ray's amazing singing of our national anthem. Woo! And I want to thank the band, and those drummers did not stop drumming, so thank you. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 commencement at the University of Southern California. Okay, everybody, take a deep breath. We are here in this glorious place, and we're taking part in a university's most historic pageant of celebration, graduation. And we're fully in person. And we're proudly wearing our colors and our marks of distinction. And most of all, we're together after times none of us ever imagined. And that deserves definitely a rousing fight on. Commencement is a particularly special event on the academic calendar because it marks years of hard work and accomplishment culminating in the completion of something very precious, your USC degree. And it marks your passage together with everyone around you through ripples and rapids, over peaks and valleys to this moment, to the start of your very next voyage. Thinking about the meaning of this day, I've been moved by a beautiful new piece of art on our campus. It's an evocative mural called Passage, made by Californian artist Dave Young Kim. It stretches 34 feet at the entrance of the USC Asia Pacific American Student Service Center, and it's a tribute to Asian American and Pacific Islander history and legacy at USC, in LA, and across the country. I spoke with the artist recently, and he described his long talks with our students, our staff, and our faculty as he was working on this mural. And he explained its many symbols: flowers, representing the diverse cultures and regions of Asia; red and white circles denoting the rising and the setting of the sun, marking the cycles of life; and waves, evoking the constant movement of people pursuing dreams and searching for safe harbors. The mural tells a compelling story, and it also raises deep questions, like what does it mean to belong, to fit in, to stand out, and to take a stand against stereotypes, inequities, and racism. Today, as you accept your degree, you launch yourself into a new life. Writer Tom Stoppard tells us, look on every exit as being an entrance to somewhere else. And of course, that is the nature of passages. They're exits leading to new entrances. Soon-to-be graduates, your time here has been full of significant, even unique passages. For all of us, of course, some substantial part of our time has been shaped by COVID. Many of you know someone, perhaps a loved one, who became ill or even passed away from the disease. And I know we all carry their memory in our hearts with us today. You pitched in. You helped with food deliveries, vaccination and testing programs, tutoring, and you provided a helping hand wherever you could. Even during the darkest moments, we witnessed Trojans at their best. And you gave new meaning to the phrase, turn on a dime. As a biologist, I often think of passages in terms of life cycles, cycles of birth and renewal that define existence on our planet. Just the other day, I was filled with joy to read that the California condors have returned to Northern California for the first time in 130 years. Declared extinct in the wild in 1987, Condors, as you know, are giant birds with wingspans that can reach 10 feet. And last week, biologists released 4 juveniles, and they watched them stretch their wings and fly off. Even with this encouraging, affirming news, we humans still have a lot of work to do. As stewards, in fact, the only stewards of our natural world, we must facilitate more passages like the California condors. And we must advance sustainability and environmental responsibility wherever we can. And we can't wait. Sure, thank you. Sustainability is all about our collective passage through this world. These days, I even see it more about our collective will, our will to sustain the wonders of our planet for our children, for our children's children, and all those who are yet to come. And I see it about our collective ability to make that happen. At USC, sustainability is our assignment Earth. It's a centerpiece of our research and our teaching and of our policies and of our mindsets. And it is being driven by our students. Thank you. Many of you graduating today have had a huge part at getting us here. Thank you for that. And I'm really pleased to tell you that we're conducting a much greener commencement this year. We're using fewer gas-powered generators. We've phased out single-use plastic water bottles. And we printed fewer programs in banners, so that's all good news. Passages, of course, are also about achievement, and I am seeing achievement in abundance as I look at the people on this podium and I look out across our fields. I am seeing leaders in front of me, leaders in their fields. We have scholars, doctors, we have teachers, entrepreneurs, lawyers right in front of me, activists, filmmakers, dancers, researchers, engineers, writers, accountants. I could say them all. But I see all of you. I see you working on the critical issues of our time, including sustainability, global instability, social justice, and economic health, and educational inequality. I also see extraordinary athletes like our phenomenal commencement speaker, yes, who is a champion for the rights and needs of mothers and female athletes. And I see so many people, like our healthcare workers, our volunteers, our custodial, safety, catering, and landscape staff, our veterans, our ROTC members. These people's accomplishments, while unsung, make our campus and our world a better place. Let's thank all of them. You all have our admiration, our respect, and our deepest gratitude. Now, before you get to turn the tassel, I want to speak directly to the soon-to-be graduates of 2022. As university presidents across America are prone to do, I'm going to offer a few words of advice based on my own life's passages. First, define your true north and use it as your indispensable navigation guide. Ornithologists study the remarkable directional sense of birds, whose internal compass keeps them on the right path toward their destination, often thousands of miles away. Humans, too, have a built-in directional sense, led by our beliefs and values that steers our decisions and propels us forward toward our goals. Relying on that true north that you carry will help you navigate many of the passages of your life. But it's not a fixed thing. Even the magnetic North Pole shifts by 45 to 55 kilometers a year. How many of you knew that? Probably a lot of you, actually. Talking to some smart people out there. Your true north evolves, and it will develop along with your experiences and with the changing world, just as my own has really evolved over the years. But if it remains firmly rooted in your core values and your principles and in your humanity, there really is no limit to how far you can go. Second, navigating life's passages successfully is hard work. In his recent lecture, one of the great pioneers of engineering, legendary USC professor John Brooks Slaughter, introduced me to the wise words of ancient Greek poet Hesiod. Hesiod said, "God gave us a smooth and easy path to failure, but God made it hard, requiring sweat to be excellent." Well, it also takes curiosity, openness, flexibility, experience, and compassion. And I like to think that your time here at USC has helped to reinforce those stalwart qualities in all of you. And excellence takes courage. LA-born writer and activist Cherry Moraga talks about passage as a process that takes us through life's experiences. She says, not over, not by, not around, but through. She's saying that life's most difficult challenges have to be confronted head-on and with courage. Trust me in this one. Challenges and how you face them will become the most essential parts of who you are. And I also promise you that having courage and confidence in your abilities will enrich your life and strengthen you for the difficult times we all face. Third one. As Dave Kim's mural beautifully illustrates, there are many kinds of passages, and you're going to take all of them. Some of them are spiritual, journeys of faith and purpose. Some of them are horrific, like those of migrants right now in many countries fleeing war and persecution in search of a better, safer home in a distant land. Some are uplifting, journeys of service and sacrifice and generosity. As you face your own coming passages, I say, pick the path defined by purpose. Your USC education and the wonderful relationships you have formed here are very precious, and they will serve you brilliantly. You're not afraid of facing society's challenges. I have seen you embrace them with confidence and with optimism. And your faculty, your staff, your family, your friends, they all know you. They know that you have the tools. They know you have the passion, you have the ability and the commitment to dive right in and to make a difference. I also know that your passages will include safe harbors. These safe harbors will be people whose opinions you trust. They'll come from new experiences that broaden your perspectives. They'll include physical places of refuge and reflection where you can consider the important questions like, am I on the right path? Am I being truthful to myself and to those closest to me? Do my goals reflect what is important to me? My best advice is not just to seek out safe harbors, create them for yourself and for others. Finally, we all know the moment that we're in is the only moment that we actually have. Yet, even as we pass in and out of the daily lives of others, I've learned that the connections we create endure. So I say treasure the beauty, both in those fleeting nature of life's moments, as well as in the unbreakable bonds of friendship and shared purpose, and they will smooth your passage. So now, before we get to the business of graduating, I'm going to paraphrase slightly the start to Walt Whitman's poem, Song of the Open Road. They're wonderful words to launch your new adventures. He says, afoot and lighthearted, I take to the open road, the long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. Henceforth, I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. Strong and content, I travel the open road. Okay, soon-to-be graduates of the class of 2022, we postpone no more. The open road awaits. Let's get on with the show.